With the passage of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, ICE is about to get a huge funding boost. Currently, ICE gets about $10 billion per year. Over the next 4 years, it's going to increase to $100 billion. They're going to break down that 100 billion in 45 billion earmarked for detention facilities, 30 billion for ICE officers, 46 billion for border wall operations, and 14 billion for deportation activities. For context, ICE is about to be larger than the Bureau of Prisons, the FBI, and DEA combined. They're going to have an annual budget larger than the Israeli Defense Forces. What will come with that is 10,000 new ICE agents and 100,000 new detention beds, currently doubling the current number of detainees they're able to keep at a given time. For New Yorkers, that means that we're about to see ICE more present in our communities. A few different big impacts for New Yorkers. One, community safety concerns. So expanded ICE presence means more frequent checks and raids and arrests, including targeting of mixed status families in New York, especially in the suburbs like Long Island. ICE has been conducting their raids with masks, which is of concern, obviously, for public safety reasons. Immigrant advocates are deeply concerned about the civil rights violations that are part of that. With that, there will be a strain on local law enforcement resources. Local law enforcement is going to be asked to join ICE in many cases to help with these raids and detentions. That will increase tension between immigrant communities and local law enforcement, leading to communities being more reluctant to actually reach out to the police for support when they need it. There will be a drain on social services such as legal aid or translators or mental health providers as the fallout of this continues. There will be economic and social ripple effects of the increased ICE presence in our communities as well. Working households with undocumented or mixed status members might face job loss or financial instability or housing issues. Children of detained or deported parents could lose access to government support like Medicaid or SNAP or child tax credits. City and county agencies might allocate some resources to support these families, and as a result, that will be a drag on local governments. Here's my take. People voted for Trump because they wanted the border closed. They were tired of the chaos and the loopholes in our immigration system, and they wanted a system that actually enforces the laws on the books. They supported deporting violent criminals and gang members and members of people who are on the FBI's most wanted list. This has broad appeal, even across party lines, and I believe Democrats should join the Trump administration in finding and deporting the violent, illegal, undocumented people in America today. But most Americans do not want mass deportations. They don't want ICE raiding church weddings or community festivals or Home Depots or morning trains on the Long Island Railroad. They're not calling for family separations or to deport people who've been here for decades, people in our community, people who have raised families here, who pay taxes, who work in our communities. They don't want those people being hunted down and shipped out of the country. Yes, Trump did promise this in his campaign. And now through this One Big Beautiful Bill Act, he's trying to make whole on that promise. He's supercharging ICE's budget and capacity like never before. But the question is, are voters actually on board with what that looks like in practice? Are voters actually good with mass deportations? It's one thing to call to build the wall. Big bug. It's one thing to call to chant build the wall. It's another thing to watch your neighbor get detained and shipped out. There's a line between enforcing immigration law and unleashing a dragnet on the general population that could sweep up millions of people who are part of our community. And so Trump is really testing right now how far the public will go in enforcing our immigration laws.